Greetings, YouTube. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I wanted to pick up a little bit about how to get yourself out of economic slavery, and I want to cover, what we've already gone over. So I've been looking, a little bit more into the whole slave thing now, and from what I can understand, only 5% of the slaves that did come out of Africa come to America. The rest of them went to Arab nations, Muslims, for concubines and sex slaves. So, and mind you, a lot of people, I was watching this interview with this, there was a bunch of black guys on there, and the one guy was an American, and he was talking about slavery, and he got really upset because let me tell you, Africans don't like American blacks. They do not like American blacks. You better believe that. And even down south, they don't like the behavior of black people up here, in the north. It's very different down south. Very different culture. And so, we've established a few things, don't believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see, that, the plan is to get all slaves and servants to rival with each other and to love and trust nobody but their master. And you see that even to this day. Look what they've done, They've separated the slaves into productive and responsible slaves and unproductive and irresponsible slaves, and they make the productive slave pay for the irresponsible slave. And you see how they put people against each other? And don't get me wrong, the people that are irresponsible, they're doing it out of their own ignorance. They don't understand what's being done to them, you know what I'm saying? And if you really want to get out of that situation of welfare and, where you're relying on everybody else to pay for your way and take care of your responsibilities and irresponsibilities in life, read the book Uncle Sam's Plantation. And that was written by a black woman that realized one day that that all her life, all her dreams, all her ambitions had been destroyed by welfare because she thought she had it good and realized that she was being robbed. So, 1933, they made it illegal to have and hoard gold, so they destroyed our country's currency, which is, world currency really is always, since the beginning of time, you pay a man the day's pay for a day's wage, and it's paid in gold or silver. So they destroyed that and created their, fake money, which I'll tell you is almost actually good, because here's my plan. Like I said, man, I've been struggling. I'm a dialysis patient. I've been on kidney failure 10 years now, man. And, it's been a 10-year, nothing but a mental, physical, and financial struggle. So this is my year, man, to take everything that I've learned, how I've broken down the matrix and understand it and apply. Because you guys got to think about it like this. If people can succeed not even knowing that they're in the matrix, we should really have no problem, excelling, knowing that we're in the matrix and how it operates, right? And I want you to think about that, because I made so many asinine decisions over the years when I knew I should have done something and did it. Let me give you an example. When Ford Motor Company, during their bailout, the stocks plummeted to $1 a share. And I had a guy call me up and he said, "Hey, man, you need to check out the Ford stocks, man. They're at $1 a share right now." He's like, "You need to buy as many as you can." And I didn't listen to him, Just like the time I worked for a credit repair company and repaired everybody's but my own. just some real asinine decisions. And now's the time. Like I said, if you can have all the knowledge in the world, you have no follow through, it's irrelevant. And that's what I'm about to do. I need to follow through with it, and I'm going to take you guys along. Hopefully, you guys will watch what I'm doing, and I can help a couple of you out, because like I said, there ain't no reason. The money issue shouldn't be a issue for us. But, everybody, if I would have bought those dollar shares, it wasn't, a month later that shit started rising back up to its normal level where it was, $25, $30. A lot of guys cashed out on that. So that's one thing you got to do. You understand how the matrix works. Stock market is an illusion too. That's part of the matrix. So while, as you see, you can learn, and if you watch, you'll see, and pay close to attention. Okay, when big companies get into certain problems, big companies, they ain't going to go nowhere. Their stocks are going to plummet, and it's an opportunity for you. The other thing is, man, there's an unlimited amount of ways that you can make money. Some I'm about to test out myself, and some that I've done already, and some that I've seen, other people that are doing. eBay, man. If you don't have an eBay account, man, you got to get an eBay account, because you come across so much stuff all the time to where you can get a deal on it and just throw it up there, something small. Let me tell you, something that I've had good success with is pocket knives, old case knives, stuff like that, They usually bring top dollar, you know what I'm saying? And you can find them at yard sales or whatever, $5, $10 a piece, and you can sometimes sell them for, $35 up to $35 to $100 a piece. Lots of stuff that you can flip on eBay, and another good source is auctions, man. You got to start seeing auctions, because all the Macy's is going out of business. All these big box stores that are going out of business, all that stuff goes to the auction. You can get it dirt cheap and resell it. I used to know a guy, man. He never worked for nobody. Always had money, and he was always doing something different. I ran into the one time. What are you up to, man? It's like, nothing, man. I've been doing wedding photography for the past couple of years. It's making a killing, man. If you're any good at taking types of pictures or videos and editing that stuff, you can go into a wedding, spend a day there, and make a couple grand, right? Minus the cost of your printing material. Another thing this guy did, man, is windows. Go into the city, man. The people with businesses, those big-ass windows, man, they need them cleaned, man, and all you need is a squeegee, man. Very cheap. Money. It's all about investing in yourselves. The one thing they didn't teach us to do. And I want you guys to read a book, man, called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And this is going to give you the different view from a kid that was raised by two different dads. Now, his birth father was by no means, he had a great job, but he didn't know what to do with his money and lived a life of debt. Now the other dad, and this is why he shows you, poor is a mindset, that, that wealthy people have a certain mindset. And, that's what he shows you the difference between, one of the things he said is like, a rich kid, someone that becomes rich usually gets their education from their parents at the dinner table at the end of the night after school, Go to school, learn how to read, write, and do math, and we'll teach you what you need to know, how to succeed. What's some other stuff? Food's good, man. The markup on food is enormous, and the quality that these, everybody, you got a lot of people that are in the restaurant business that they don't have a passion to make something good and serve something good. They're just ordering, frozen meals from Cisco and reheating it and serving it, and you see that with a lot of restaurants. I've worked in a lot of restaurants, and food is good, something you can do right out of your home. You can start a catering business, start, with something that's really hot right now are the taco bars for catering. You're going to cook up a couple different types of meat, then you set up a table. It's got all their toppings and stuff. You give them a taco, they can finish it off themselves. We got a couple guys here in the neighborhood with hot dog carts, and they're making a killing, and they're selling junk. I mean, when I run out of dog food and I don't want to go all the way to the grocery store and get my dog something to eat, I go to their hot dog cart, because I see what they do. They're buying the cheapest meat that you can buy, and they're selling it for $2.50, $3 a shot, man. And, People are eating it because that's all that's over where I'm at, you know. I've set up a couple times selling food. I took a real bad loss one time, but I learned a lot from the event. And then events are good, man. You know, I've talked to these guys that do events, guys that were just selling lemonade. And that you know, the guy said, man, when I first got started, you know, I was just doing real small stuff, car shows and stuff like that, selling lemonade. Everybody wants a nice cold fresh lemonade during a hot summer day. And if you do the research at an event, most people will usually spend $6 to $8 on food and beverage. Now, and like I said, it ain't uncommon. You know, you get to the right event, you know, on the 4th of July, it's a one-day event, and you got, you know, a couple 100,000 people coming through. You know, it's easy, it's realistic to make 10 grand in that day. I set up at a small event one time, and I was selling walking tacos, and I did real good. There was a lot of other people there selling barbecue and stuff, and, you know, I had a line. You know, I had a line. The other people were really struggling. What else can you do? Like I said, invest in yourself, be creative, understand this. You know how the matrix operates. You understand that there's 300 million morons in America with a debit card or credit card spending their money on useless shit. So, you know, see, you got to position yourself so some of that money goes through you. That's all you got to do. And with the way people do business nowadays, I'll tell you, when I did retail sales, every one of my customers, when they walked away, I made them feel like they walked away a winner. If you just do that with whatever you do, you're gonna do good, because people are doing such shitty service, they don't care. It's like, you know, you're lucky that I'm here for you to shop with me. You know, they don't understand the whole customer is right philosophy. And like I said, you know, you can go around. Another thing I used to do with the guys, we would go around and pick up pallets. You know, pick them up. They're free. They don't, you know, these companies don't want them laying around. You pick them up, they're free. And the pallet place, if it's a good pallet, will give you, you know, $4 a piece for them. We had to repair a lot of them. But, you know, if you're not into that, dude, you can reclaim that wood and you could build, you know, some of these, there's an unlimited amount of projects you could build with them and resell. Let me just put it that way. Farmers markets are good, man. It's, you know, if you're growing produce or learning how to do it, you know, people are tired of this shit at the grocery store. This, you know, you buy it and you get it home and it's rotten the next day, and you know, they want fresh produce. So that's another good opportunity. You know, I've seen was watching a special with the Ehrman homesteading family where the father and husband had lost his job, and he didn't know what he was going to do, how to take care of his family. So he started, you know, they started a little farm in their backyard. You know, they got a dozen chickens, a goat. And, you know, they're an urban community, you know. I think, you know, one of the rules for urban communities is you can't have roosters because they're just loud. But, you know, they had the goat, was making soap, selling the soap, goat soap. And they grew, you know, all high-dollar produce. Herbs, chefs from all the high-dollar restaurants came straight to them. They didn't even have to go nowhere and sell their stuff. They knew where to go to get the quality produce. What else can you guys do, man? E-commerce, man. I'll tell you what, man. That's what I'm learning right now. You know, and I'm hoping I can start making these videos better for you guys as I learn how to use a computer better. E-commerce, man. You know, you got 15-year-old kids making 10, 20 grand a month with their e-commerce websites. Because, like I said, everybody's buying online now. You got 300 million people with credit cards making online purchases. So, you know, and there's a lot of freedom when you can work right from your laptop and all you need is an internet connection. You can work from anywhere in the world. You know, and let me tell you, you know, you don't have to make 10 grand a month or whatever. If you can make a couple $100 a day with your computer, you can live like a king anywhere in the world. You know, you could be sitting on the beach somewhere in Hawaii, Thailand, wherever you want, doing your business right from online. You guys got to start thinking about this. Remember, it's a mindset. And the Matrix has messed my mind up so bad, with depression and doubt and all these other things. Now it's time to kick it in the ass and get it together, man. For real. And like I said, I'm going through kidney failure. I got to go get my blood filtered 3 times a week. And I knew a long time ago the whole medical aspect of the Matrix. Let me tell you this. When I went to Indonesia, my kidney doctor in Indonesia was a Harvard graduate. Yeah, that's right. Most rich people send their kids to America to get their educations. Harvard graduate. Well, when he looked at my medical paperwork, he said, "What the hell are they doing to you over there?" The guy got the same education as the same doctors that treat me, and he said, "What the hell are they?" And he just confirmed what I already knew. But like I said, if you don't have the discipline to go on the types of diets it takes, because they're real tough, I think they call it the alpha reset. It takes 7 days on a new diet for the body to reset itself and not feel hungry on that new, until it adapts to the new way you're eating. And meat, I'll tell you what, I quit eating meat for a year. I was only having to dialyze once a week, had the best blood work in the clinic. And mind you, they yelled at me, "No, you got to come 3 times a week for 3.5 hours. And I said, "Why? If my blood work's coming out good." The only blood work that wasn't coming out good was the blood work that dictates whether you're there long enough or not, right? And how much they're getting to charge you. With, mind you, my dialysis probably costs $3,000 a treatment 3 times a week. In Indonesia, it was $150. Same treatment, same medicine, same everything, same machines, $150. What does that tell you guys? So, yeah, let's get out of this situation we're in, guys. For real. I'm really hoping some of you guys jump on board with me, because like I said, I just gave you a few ideas. Birthday cakes. How many birthdays are happening in America every day? You don't think that you can't make birthday cakes and sell them compared to the shit and junk they're selling out the garbage? Or a bread, man. Look at the bread. The bread is fucking poison. You know that. Bread don't cost nothing to make. It's only 3 or 4 ingredients. You can build a wood-fired bread oven, old school, a real oven, and bake the shit out of bread all day long and sell that stuff, $5, $10 a loaf. See what people are selling this stuff for. And like I said, this is the age of the internet, You ain't got to rely on locally, but, people are into convenience. So if you started like a bread delivery service where a person was getting their fresh homemade bread delivered weekly to their homes, a couple times a week, of course they're going to jump on it. They don't have to go to the store. And it's fresh. It's something good, man. And I don't know if people are like me, man, but when you cook yourself, man, I mean, the stuff out here, I don't want it, man. It's, I can't get nothing if I don't eat it myself, man, or make it myself. And I'm a bread fan, dude. I like a good piece of bread, right? Who doesn't, man? So that's just a few ideas for you guys. And then, I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm hoping to set up and do some food vending next month. Now, depending on where you're at, there could be different with your food vending. Like, I know, where I'm at, if I make food and package it, I don't have to have a permit to sell it. I have to have permit, all the shit with the health inspector and stuff like that if you're actually on site making food. And, yeah, you guys, man, come on, man, be creative. A lot of stuff you can do right from home. eBay, get yourself an eBay. There's tons of people. I'm following a guy right now on YouTube. He's making $20,000 a month. Just buying and selling new cell phones. Because the cell phones is something everybody's got, everybody uses, everybody's always upgrading, and the old phone usually sits in the dress in a drawer. And the cell phone stores, they won't give them nothing. They'll offer them $25, for a $150, $200 phone. So you can get them cheap and throw them back up on eBay and flip them and make good money. And even if they're broke, you can sell them for parts. So there's lots of different ways, I want you guys to look at, start hitting up these thrift stores, look and see what you can see there. A lot of name brand clothing still brings a premium dollar, and you can get it for cheap, Like I said, you got to invest in yourself. Yes, you can do it. because there's morons out here doing it and doing it good and excelling at it. So that's what you need to do. You're gonna take and learn from what the experts of something are already doing, and then incorporate your knowledge of the matrix and how it works. And it's a realistic goal within a couple months to be financially on your way to financial independence and doing the things you want to, and spend the time that you want with the people you care about and love. With that, this is Rogue Liberator. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and God bless you. Have a great day.